the chat window, which Kaveri ma'am will ask in the due course.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. We are starting now.
Cool.
Yeah. Thank you. Good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us again on Tiffin Talks. Today we have one of the most established and yet the rising star of the Hindi film industry, Mr. Jimmy Shergill. Jimmy, who has done a variety of roles over the last 24 years of his career, is right now playing Vishen Khosla in Your Honor, which is streaming live on Sony Live. So now, without waiting for any more time, I'll give it to Kaveri Bamzai, a noted author and senior journalist, to take it forward. Over to you, Kaveri. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Jimmy. What a pleasure
How
to
are you doing,
see you.
Kaveri, ma'am? Same here, ma'am. Long time.
Exactly. And it's such a pleasure to see you in Your Honor. How has the experience been of playing a judge, Vishen Khosla? Sounds quite exciting.
Yeah, it was exciting, but I had never done something like this before, and especially played father to a 18-year-old kid and 18-year-old boy, and then also being a judge of the sessions court, and so it was a first time for me, but I think we worked hard, and it's kind of
and
nice.
You did very well in Rangbaaz Phir Se as well. How do you like the rhythm of streaming services?
I'm loving it. Only two series I've done so far, but both of them have been amazing. Maybe because I've known the teams that were making both these series, and so I was confident that whatever's going to come out is going to be really nice. So and obviously while filming it and everything, we had such a great time. And normally for films we are shooting for about 30, 35, 40 days. Over here, it can even go up to 80, 90, 200 days, depending on how many episodes you're looking at. So I think it's nice for an actor to be, get to be in that character for that much time, in one go.
But Jimmy, one thing about your characters is that they're so lovable that directors and audiences don't want to let them go. So if you're Raja Avasthi, they want to repeat you. If you're Daman Singh Bagga, they want to repeat you. You keep coming back. How is it to play actors in such franchises, in a way?
I mean, you don't really plan these things. They happen. They happen. Like with Rangbaaz Phir Se, it cannot happen because it's a story of one man which starts and then it gets over. When the man dies, the story is over.
Right.
And with Your Honor, I think we were hoping that there is a season 2, and now we are really happy and excited that we are going to make the season 2, probably in winters this year.
Right.
So it's being written right now. So the excitement is there, and looking forward to it.
But as I said, you're used to playing your character again. Like Raja Avasthi returns in Tanu Weds Manu, and Daman Singh Bagga returns in. So you're used to playing even Sahib Bibi or Gangster.
Yeah.
So your directors obviously love you so much, they can't let you go, right?
No, they can't let the story go, probably, and they can't let the other characters go. It's not that they're just very much stuck on me. No, not at all. If they were, they would be giving me girls in all the films, and people would be really happy, because that's one joke they've made out of the whole situation.
Yeah,
and,
you never get the girl.
Why doesn't he ever get the girl? So I always say that I've got your sympathy, bro. I don't need the girl.
But Jimmy, that is a great greatness in your career. That you did, of course, you have played parts where you have got the girl, but by and large, you've not got the girl. You've played kind of character roles, and yet they've been lead roles. So how has that been? Long before character actors really made it in, and young character actors made it in Bollywood, you sort of began the trend. So how did that happen? It happened organically, or
Yes, ma'am. I think it happened with Munna Bhai MBBS.
Yes.
Because before that, I was doing all leading roles and two hero films, and ensemble films and stuff like that. And with Munna Bhai MBBS is when I started, doing meteor roles, trying to, look for roles that made sense for an actor,
Yeah.
rather than just, doing films where I was dancing and, this thing. At that point of time, I was a little insecure, maybe because when I used to talk to close friends and when they used to talk to me, and sometimes they would, come up with the fact that, why, I mean, you've got everything going, you're doing these commercial films and, just
And I mean,
keep...
you were in Mohabbatein, which is one of the biggest hits of that year, and you were
Yeah,
lost
post
in a
Mohabbatein also, ma'am,
fantastic
I
way.
think, yeah, post Mohabbatein also, there was Mere Yaar Ki Shaadi Hai, Dil Dil
Exactly.
Pyar Vyar, Kehta Hai
Yeah.
Dil Baar Baar, and there was so many other films where music was a very big thing in
Yes.
those days, and all those films had lovely music, and and the films did really well also, till Munna Bhai MBBS came my way, and I just felt that, I really like this story, and I like this character, and I'm going to go ahead and do that. So I did that. Post that, yes, I did quite a few films where I did play like a guest appearance, like even
Yeah.
in Hum Tum, I had a special appearance. So, sometimes what
Saif
happens is you
Brother,
do a
na?
few...
Yeah.
his friend, yeah.
Yeah.
So what happens with that is then people, start feeling that, oh, he's only started doing special appearances
Right.
and stuff like that. No, nothing of that sort. I had films like Hasil, I
Mm.
had films like Yahan, which I was concentrating more on because I was very excited about these stories, and there was a conscious decision from my side to carry on doing those kind of films, which were not the usual commercial this thing. And I kept doing those kind of films. I kept doing A Wednesday, Tanu Weds Manu, and Sahib Biwi Gangster Part 1. So, kept doing those kind of films, and it just kind of, I enjoy doing that kind of
Yeah.
work, and I've just kind of just gone and done all that.
And Zahir's character was so, I mean, it was so tragic and yet such a powerful character. It just reminded me, when you talked about it, it just reminded me of what a moving, role that was. How did that change you? And working with Raju Hirani, who's really a master storyteller, how did that change you as an actor?
But I think it was a brilliant film, and
Yeah.
For me, again, like I said, that that was the first time I did a character role in any film. I had been doing, just before that, Mere Yaar Ki Shaadi had released, and it had done well and stuff like that. But for me, I think if today also people meet you and say, "Oh, Munna Bhai MBBS, Zahir Bhai, kya baat, kya baat,"
Yeah.
if they say that, I think that's the biggest
Absolutely.
achievement for an actor. You don't need to say more. But yes, that was the beginning of my starting to look for meteor roles rather than just looking for the lead roles.
And you've always said that you admired people like Irfan and the trajectory that they took. What was it about him that you admired? And you worked with him as well.
No, I've always maintained that when I worked with him for the first time in Hasil.
Yes.
And like I always say, that Hasil was Tigmanshu's and Irfan's baby. It was like something they were very fond of, and they wanted to make that film the way they wanted to make it. And I was very fortunate to probably be a part of that film. And then when we started shooting, Irfan Bhai used to be there throughout, on the sets. Even if he wasn't shooting on that particular day, he would be around, he would come, he would see how the scene is happening, and very helpful, very everything. But when my scenes started to happen with him, I started discovering a very different kind of an actor, there was so much of realism in what he was doing. And it just started, having a huge impact on me, and I kept saying to myself that this is the kind of performances I'm looking at in Hindi films, rather than just standing in and saying your dialogue and stuff like that. Then onwards, even before Haasil came out, I started saying that, when they used to ask me, who's your favorite actor? I said to watch out for this
Right.
man, Irfan Bhai, because when he comes, he'll come in a big way. And then Haasil released, and then rest is history.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what have your years in the industry taught you, Jimmy? When you look back, I mean, you still look so young, but when you look back, you've had 24 year long career, and starting with no less than Gulzar. So, what are the things that you've learned from all your wonderful directors you worked with?
Oh, you learn so much.
Yeah.
So much you learn from every single film, the whether the film works or doesn't work. It does teach you something or the other, and that's what you get back home. And but I feel that what I've learned over here is, I think it's very people typecast you very easily. So if one film of yours where you've done something intense, like with Budna Bhai, suddenly they started saying, "Oh my God, this guy is an intense actor, boss." So then they started offering me those kind of roles.
Right.
बेचारा मगर intense. फिर उसके बाद क्या होता है, अगर कोई किसी A Wednesday type of a film, suddenly people said, "My God, he can do Angry Young Man also." So then they started, offering me those kind of roles, which were pretty similar. But you don't, as an actor, you don't want to do the same thing that you've done in one film a little while back, and especially when the film has done so well. So you say no to it. So I think the typecasting thing is what I have always tried to break it myself. I put a rock on my heart and said no to a lot of good things, because I just felt that I'm doing the same thing.
Right.
So I've kind of said that, nahi, boss, I think I'll pass this, and I've gone ahead and done something totally different just because I had not done it before.
Right.
So like I said, that Your Honor also, I did it because it was a complete first time for me to be playing a character like this. But now, after its release, now all the characters that are being offered to me are like, salt and pepper and spectacles and all that, whatever. I said, boss, I've done that. I'm through with that, and I've got the second season coming up. So I am going to be doing that anyways.
Right.
So if I get something different, then I do it. Rangbaz was something very, very different.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed it. So I feel very nice when people say that, back to back within 6 months, we got to see 2 series of yours, whereas none of the characters look similar, not even one single frame. I think that's the biggest compliment I would say I've ever received.
I wanted to ask you about what, working with people like Tigmanshu and Anand Rai and, Neeraj Pandey. I mean, these are really some of the best directors in the industry. What is the kind of storytelling that you have learned from them? And you worked very, very closely with them. What is it that you've learned from them?
See, I think now for me, more than directors, they are very close friends of mine, whether it's Tigmanshu, whether it's this thing. So, but each director teaches you so many things. Like I love one line Tigmanshu had told me ages back. Actually, he was telling somebody else, and I just stuck in my mind. And he was trying to tell somebody that, we writers spend so much of time thinking and then writing dialogues for you all. So just don't spit those dialogues out. just chew them, enjoy them, and say them. And I just stayed in my mind, when this thing, maybe he must have forgotten about it and stuff like that. But suddenly when somebody says, what have you learned from Tigmanshu? There's so many things, but this thing remains in my head because, and he was also surprised. He said, well, you weren't even around when I was saying that. How do you remember that? But I said, I remember because it was something very, very interesting somebody said. So with Neeraj, again, he's such a sorted guy. It's great to say his lines, when he gives you those lines to say, and the moment he creates around your character and everything. Anand Rai, again, is very, very unpredictable. Suddenly you'll feel that, we spoke about this scene, and it's going to be happening like this. Again, in the morning, he'll come and say, why don't we do it like this? And you're like, wow, that's nice. How did that thought come to your mind? But then that's the way he is. So you learn so much.
How is it working with Anurag in Mukkabaz?
So amazing. I always say that I would love to work with him again, because I feel that by the time an actor and a director finish one movie, you know, they've almost kind of gotten into sync with each other, and
Right.
almost struck a rapport somewhere with each other. And the next thing that they do together is something that creates magic. But so I'm hoping that some film comes up where he thinks of me and I work with him, because I've understood a lot about him, and I'm sure he must be feeling the same way. But yes, I mean, that character, even today, feels great when people say that I hated that man and I hated you. So you just smile and say, that's not me. That's that character which has been written by a writer, and it's been shot by a director and put across to you. So as an actor, I can only be thankful to you if you say that, you know, you hated him, because he was meant to be hated.
Right. You know, Manoj Bajpayee has said that people in Bollywood don't take kindly to being said no to. You know, when you say no to a part, they don't quite like it, especially if they're people in power. Have you had that experience? Because you spoke of putting a rock on your heart and, you know, saying no to something.
No,
And I'm pretty sure there were some big offers.
No, I'm saying they could have been big films, but, you know, it's not that me not doing a particular role would have made any difference to any of those guys, because it's not the main lead that anyways you're talking about, you know what I mean? So for me, those kind of things are, अगर किसी को बुरा लगा भी होगा तो मैं तो अपनी तरफ से कोशिश यही करता हूँ कि किसी को बुरा ना लगे. मगर और मुझे नहीं लगता है कि मेरे ना बोलने पे किसी को कई बार लग भी जाता होगा. फिर मैं भी अगर सोचता हूँ तो इवन आई वुड बी थिंकिंग दैट यार तो सबसे बुरा तो मुझे लगना चाहिए यार. आप इतना छोटा सा रोल लेके आ रहे हो, वो भी घिसा पिटा सा, समझ लो. सो सबसे पहले तो मुझे बुरा लगना चाहिए, फिर उसके बाद जिसको बुरा लगेगा उसको लगेगा. आई एम श्योर उनको नहीं लगेगा, छोटा है कि अभी क्या कर लेगा.
बट आजकल बॉलीवुड में लोगों को बहुत बुरा लगने लगा है ना सब कुछ. हाउ आर यू कोपिंग विद दिस sort of republic of offendedness? ना सभी ऑफेंड हो रहे हैं.
मैं देखता रहता हूँ, मैं मूवी में क्या आपको बताऊँ, सब ऑफेंड हो रहे हैं, सब डिफेंड कर रहे हैं, सब गुस्सा
हो रहे हैं, सब आउटरीच कर रहे हैं.
करेक्ट. ये सब सोशल मीडिया वैसे भी बहुत ज्यादा, बहुत ज्यादा लोगों का गुस्सा निकल रहा है, बहुत ज्यादा विंडिक्टिव हो गए हैं लोग, हर चीज पे गुस्सा. सड़क बन गई तो गुस्सा, सड़क टूट गई तो गुस्सा, किसी ने पुल बना दिया तो गुस्सा कि क्यों बना, कैसे बना. तो वो है थोड़ा सा, बट वो हमेशा से रहा है. अभी थोड़ा सा क्या है कि इट्स रीच ज्यादा हो गई है. हमारे जब हम इस इंडस्ट्री में आए थे, there was no Facebook, there was no nothing, and I'm not talking about 100 years back or something like that.
About,
so
20 years ago.
Like 20 years ago, but there was no Facebook, there was no nothing, and people were living peacefully. But with all this, I think एक वेंट मिल गया है लोगों को अपनी भड़ास निकालने के लिए. तो ठीक है, जिसके पास भड़ास है अपनी निकालता रहेगा.
इनमें से एक तो आपकी फॉर्मर कॉलीग है, फॉर्मर को-स्टार. सबसे ज्यादा भड़ास तो कंगना निकाल रहे हैं आजकल.
नहीं, मेरे लिए तो कंगना हमेशा एक फैंटास्टिक एक्ट्रेस रहेगी. शी इज ऑलवेज I've always maintained that she is a brilliant actress. और ये सब I think वो उनका अपना personal वो है, I think, और personal fight or her personal opinions and everything, that'll never change the fact for me that she is a fantastic actress.
Absolutely. I think people tend to forget that. Jimmy, also obviously I have to ask you about the insider-outsider debate. You were the ultimate outsider. You came from Punjab, Delhi, via Lucknow briefly. I mean, and कहीं दूर दूर तक भी आपका कोई connection नहीं था industry के साथ. You've made a mark for yourself. So, you know, when somebody talks to you about this whole debate, what do you have to say to them?
Yeah, depends what you're talking about. For me, I think it's like I always say that when I came in over here, तीन चार बड़े producers होते थे, बाकी सारे जो हैं BNC होते थे, और you know, then there were 3-4 television channels were there, and then today you look at the same situation and you see so many reality shows, the channels. If you start surfing in the morning, you won't finish by the evening.
Right.
There is so much of work over here. There is so much happening for everyone. Reality shows, OTT, this, that. There's so much happening. And there's so many people who are coming from outside becoming such big stars. All the big television stars that I read about or see, you know, they're all people who've come from outside and become superstars. I mean, you know, on television and stuff like that. So there's so much work for everybody. हमारे जमाने में सोचो अगर हम लोग उस टाइम पे झंडे उठा के खड़े हो जाते कि ऐसा है वैसा है तो क्या हाल होता उस टाइम, बट ऐसा कुछ नहीं था. अभी इतना कुछ होने के बावजूद भी आई थिंक why the unrest, I don't understand. Maybe because everybody wants to get into this industry. I think everybody, I always say that when I was in school, I wish I had you know, kind of qualified for I wanted to join the armed forces, and I always will have that regret that I could not this thing. तभी शायद मेरी आर्मी और फोर्सेस को लेके कोई भी फिल्म होती है उसमें मेरी किस तरीके से एक आग और भड़ास निकलती है एज एन एक्टर, तो आई थिंक वो इसीलिए है क्योंकि मैं चाहता था कि बट मगर उस वक्त सब लोग जो हैं वो आर्म फोर्सेस में जाना चाहते थे, तो मैं एक इंसान जो 75-80% के आसपास था, मैं तब भी क्वालिफाई नहीं कर पाया उसके लिए. लेकिन आज आई थिंक किसी को परवाह ही नहीं. आई थिंक एवरीबडी टुडे जस्ट वांट्स टू probably just wants to join the film industry, which is
and it's become so also big, as you said. Now glamour has become such a huge industry. I mean, from modeling to streaming services, even to social media in a way. I mean, everything is about the glamour industry, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I think there's so much happening on the social media also. I mean, today you don't need to come to Bombay to this thing. You could be sitting at home and you know, coming up with some kind of creative ideas and shooting yourself with some relay or something like that, and you know, kind of earning money from that. I mean, things have become that simple now.
Jimmy, your son is what, 18? Suppose he wants to join the industry. What is the advice you would give him?
I think you know, if he wants to join the industry, I think I'm going to be there. I think he's sensible enough to understand that a father or anybody who's there in the industry can only give you that initial push.
Right.
Everything else is going to be dependent on the audiences.
Right.
You know, the audience looks at you, they like you, they this thing, you will work. If they do not like you, if they do not like your looks, or if they feel that you're not talented enough or whatever, then again it's the audience. I mean, you can't this thing. So that's what I always say, that you know, if somebody is launching somebody also, that person can be launched but cannot be you know, retained for life as a this thing, because you know, it's finally the audiences who will choose who they want to watch and who they don't want to watch.
Jimmy, sometimes there are such performances and such movies, say Shujit's film, Shujit Sarkar's film, in which you were Captain Aman. Such a powerful film, such a powerful role, and sometimes that film doesn't get seen enough. And then people, you know, years later watch it on OTT or watch it on TV and they say, oh my God, you know, why didn't we go and watch it in theaters? Has that happened to you often, or has that happened to you sometimes and you wonder, you know, you wish more people had watched it?
I mean, uh, even with a film which has done well, any actor would want, that more people should watch
Yeah,
than whoever has probably watched it. If there's
right.
20% people have watched it, he would want that,
Yeah,
80% people should have watched it, because everyone feels that this film is brilliant and all that, whatever, and everything like that. So, yeah, I think there are films like Yahan, like A Wednesday, which did well because of the kind of budgets they were made in and
right.
stuff like that. They did really well overall commercially and everything like that. But I still feel that these were films that more people should have watched, because they were brilliant films. They were not based on just the actor or anything like that. They were films which I mean, you watch Yahan today also. I
Yeah,
received so many messages and just watched Yahan, and what a brilliant film, a film ahead of
absolutely.
its times and all that,
Absolutely.
whatever. And same goes for A Wednesday, when people say that, oh, we were watching Wednesday because कभी भी आ रही होती है, कहीं से भी हम लोग शुरू कर देते हैं, and we love it.
Yeah.
So that's the repeat value. But then when it was out in the theaters, why didn't you guys go and watch it? Yeah,
Exactly.
you know what I mean. So then,
That's so frustrating for an actor, isn't it?
नहीं मैम, फ्रस्ट्रेटिंग तो होता तो है सब कुछ, लेकिन अभी फ्रस्ट्रेट होके बैठ जाओगे तो फिर उससे काम नहीं चलता है. मूव ऑन, कीप वर्किंग. हमें हमारा काम है, काम करना, एक्टिंग करना. एक चीज खत्म हुई, आगे जाएंगे. मैं इतना ज्यादा नहीं सोचता हूँ इसके बारे में यार, कि वो इतने लोगों ने देखी, वो इतने कम लोगों ने देखी. अगर मैं वो सब सोचने लग जाऊंगा तो फिर तो काम गड़बड़ हो जाएगा.
But we are seeing the impact of all this when you see the case of Sushant Singh Rajput, Jimmy. There are clearly people who want more than just normal success. No, I mean their standards of success are also so high, and they don't seem to be satisfied with anything.
तो यही तो प्रॉब्लम है ना. ट्रेजेडी यही होती है कि यहाँ पे वो लेवल पे आपको पहुंचने के लिए मरना पड़ता है. आप समझ रहे हो?
जी,
उससे पहले आपको लोग गाली निकाल रहे होंगे, लोग आपको कुछ भी बोल रहे होंगे, सब कुछ कर रहे होंगे. तो व्हाट आई से इज रॉन्ग इज दैट आई थिंक यहाँ पर बहुत ज्यादा पर्सनल, चाहे वो रिव्यूज हो, चाहे सब कुछ हो,
हाँ,
लोग इतने ज्यादा पर्सनल हो जाते हैं, इतने ज्यादा सब कुछ हो जाते हैं. वो फिल्म के रिव्यू से ज्यादा जो है वो जो एक्टर होगा या एक्ट्रेस होगी उसका बैंड बजाने में लगे रहते हैं.
जी,
आई थिंक उससे that should not be the case. I think a film is made, एक फिल्म बनी है, अगर आपको नहीं पसंद आई, आपको जो भी है आपका काम है. एक तो यहाँ पर आज की डेट में रिव्यू लिखने वाले ही, इसके ऊपर तो गवर्नमेंट को रोक लगानी चाहिए. इतने हर आदमी रिव्यू लिख रहा है. तो मतलब there should has to be some credibility also ना, कि आपने क्या किया है, क्या नहीं किया है. तो that's also a sad thing, because अब इतने ज्यादा वो किसको संभालोगे. आप समझ रहे हो? हर दूसरा आदमी जो है वो रिव्यू लिख रहा है, तो एक आदमी को मैं इसलिए बोल रहा हूँ, मुझे फर्क ही नहीं पड़ता आप क्या लिखो मेरे बारे में, क्या ना लिखो. मुझे जो फर्क पड़ता है वो जो मेरे को डायरेक्ट मैसेजेस मेरे प्लेटफॉर्म्स पे लोग करते हैं कि यार उसमें ये हुआ, वो जो सीन डिस्कस करते हैं, वो मेरे जहन में रहती है. वो मैं करता हूँ कि ये इंसान सही बात कर रहा है, ये बोल रहा है कि उस टाइम पे आपका एक बाल जो है बाहर निकला हुआ था, मतलब इसने बहुत सेंसिबली और बहुत डिटेल में ये चीज देखी है और ये करेक्ट बात बोल रहा है, और ये गलती है मेरे मेकअप वाले की, एंड ही शुड करेक्ट इट नेक्स्ट टाइम, ही शुड मेक श्योर इट डजंट हैपन. तो दैट यू लर्न थिंग्स फ्रॉम देयर, यू नो व्हाट आई मीन. यहाँ पर तो सिर्फ आपकी बैंड बजाने के लिए लोग, मतलब कोई कुछ भी लिख रहा होगा, वो आपको वो नहीं पसंद है तो आपको वो करेंगे, पसंद है तो वो गुण गाएंगे. अब किसको किसको आप सीरियसली लोगे, किसको किसको क्या करोगे, आई थिंक वो इशू हो जाता है बहुत बड़ा.
आपकी कभी किसी ने बैंड बजाई है जिमी?
आज भी बजाते होंगे बैंड, फिर मैं देखता नहीं हूँ. नहीं, मेरे को कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. एक बार मैं अपना काम करके अपने घर पहुंच जाता हूँ ना, फिर मैं एक अलग दुनिया में होता हूँ. फिर मुझे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता है पीछे से मेरे क्या बोल रहा है, कोई क्या कर रहा है. लोग आई थिंक ज्यादा अंडरस्टैंड करते हैं चीजों को. हमने जो 25 साल की मेहनत करी है एक आपकी पर्सनालिटी कहीं ना कहीं लोगों के दिमाग में एक ऐसी हो गई है कि ये इस तरह का आदमी है, 25 साल से हम इसको देख रहे हैं। अब वो 25 साल की मेहनत को आप एक एक आर्टिकल से तो नहीं बर्बाद कर पाओगे ना।
right,
और अगर कर भी दोगे तो क्या जाता है, मैं अपने आप को बदलूंगा तो नहीं, मैं तो जैसा हूँ 25 साल से वैसा ही रहूंगा। ठीक है ना। शायद आपने जो मेरे बारे में लिखा होगा या मेरे बारे में कुछ बुरा बोला होगा या किया होगा, एक आध रात मुझे शायद वो थोड़ा सा दुखी करेगा, लेकिन then I'll move on.
right.
You know what I mean? Because I'm not gonna let anybody just make me suffer because of, whatever he or she has written.
But Jimmy, you're very sorted. How has that happened? Have you
25 years, man. It's taken me 25 years to get sorted.
did you ever get
पहले
angry
शुरू
at some point when you were
होता
younger?
नहीं, गुस्सा आता था। गुस्सा तो हमारे नाक पे लगा हुआ था, रखा हुआ था, तो गुस्सा आता था, बिल्कुल
Because
आता था,
you're a
लेकिन
bit of
जैसे
a
बट
आप थोड़ी राजा style है ना? I mean, Raja Basti is not just a name; it's also a description for you, na? You are a bit of a posh prince kind. No, I mean, Amrita Shergill was your grand aunt,
हाँ जी,
right?
ग्रैंड माय
Yeah,
फादर्स बुआ,
yeah. I mean, that's that in itself. If I was related to someone like that, I would just sit at home.
yeah. That's what we're all doing right now.
No, but seriously, when you were younger, it got you angry. Then how did you grow out of that?
मैम, मैं आपको बताता हूँ, I started getting angry when I was really really young,
Okay.
और मतलब way before I came to this industry.
हाँ,
So I think वो शायद मेरे लिए अच्छा था या औरों के लिए अच्छा रहा होगा कि मेरा गुस्सा वहीं खत्म हो गया था। उसके बाद मैं यहाँ पर आके जस्ट enjoyed myself, क्योंकि मेरे को ये था कि यार मैं यहाँ कुछ लेके तो आया नहीं था,
हाँ,
तो मैंने लूज क्या करना है। जो कुछ भी
exactly.
कमाया है अपनी मेहनत से यहाँ पे कमाया है, और दोस्त कमाए हैं, इज्जत कमाई है, सब कुछ कमाया है, वो मेहनत करके कमाया है।
हाँ,
किसी को नीचा दिखा के, किसी को बुरा बोल के वो नहीं किया है आज तक। तो आई थिंक दैट्स द वे इट इज। आई थिंक हम तो यही समझते हैं कि वो ऊपर वाला है, वो देखता है कौन क्या
right.
कर रहा है।
And all of you, people, all of you have made a place for yourself. You've created your own ecosystem, your own friends, your own group of directors, people you enjoy working with. And some of your directors have also become actors. I mean, I was watching Tigmanshu in Raat Akeli Hai yesterday.
Yeah.
There was a screening. I mean, and of course, he's acted before in Gangs of Wasseypur. So, aapki acting, unpe bhi, it has obviously had an influence.
Yeah, Tishu, I used to always say that Tishu is a brilliant actor.
Haan.
He enjoys acting, and I'm glad that he's doing so many films and now web series and stuff like that also. So
Yeah.
it's great. Why not? I mean, it's a brilliant actor. Why should he not do films? So everybody has done it. I think Anurag ne kiya.
Anurag has done very well.
Yeah, so many of them, जितने डायरेक्टर्स हैं सबने मोस्टली किया हुआ। मैं तो आनंद राय को बोलता रहता हूँ कि राय साहब एक हाथ रोल आप भी कर रहे हैं, he just walks the other way. Maybe it will take him time. Maybe he'll also do something. It's nice. There's nothing wrong with that.
So, Jimmy, what has the Punjabi film industry given you?
Punjabi film industry is, I'm very happy right now. It's doing so well. It's a proper industry over there now, and it has its own superstars, and so many films are being made, and in the past few years, I think some interesting subjects and good content has also started to come in.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, that was my dream when I started pushing Punjabi films, and almost going door to door, whether it's overseas or here, wherever, just knocking on the doors and saying, please watch our Punjabi films. They're really good now. They're not like they used to be, and everything like that. So from that time to now, I think it's a fantastic thing, and it's also very a very emotional industry for me. So when people meet you and they tell you that, we are so thankful to you for what you've done for Punjabi cinema or
Right.
whatever, to get it into the limelight of a Bollywood or whatever,
Yeah.
whatever. So I said, I just did my bit because I just felt that it was my duty to do that.
Right.
And that's about it. There are other people. Manmohan Singh ji has done it. Manoj Pul did it. Man Saab did it. Harbhajan Maan Paji did it. There's so many people have done their, made their contributions. So I made mine. Or today I feel great. I still carry on doing one film in 1.5 years.
Right.
And but that's something very emotional for
Right.
me, which I'll carry on. Doing.
And it also in the diaspora, it must be a huge draw because they get particularly emotional about this, don't they? Their language.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a huge audience. I mean, you talk about New Zealand, you talk about Australia, you talk about UK and the entire Europe.
Yeah.
Then you have the North America, which is
Right.
the USA and Canada. So there's a huge Punjabi audience which is there for these Punjabi films. But then obviously it also depends on what kind of a subject that you're making, because when you're looking at the overseas audiences,
Yeah.
they basically want to watch films where they can take the entire family
Yeah.
for an outing and watch the movie and this thing. But then, if your film is a little going on to a little bit of violence or a
Yeah.
little bit of a sensitive subject or something like that, then that would definitely, kind of reduce your audience in terms of that particular film.
Jimmy, when you see people like Chandrachud, who you began with in Marches, coming back after so many years and doing so well, does it get emotional for you?
It does. I mean, I've always been very, very fond of Rocky. In fact, both his younger brothers, they've always been in touch. We've always been in touch. We talk, we meet, and everything. Rocky, for me, Chandrachud,
Yeah.
has such a brilliant actor. But I think his thing was that, he also wanted to teach. So he would go back to Dehradun and spend time teaching. So I think वो creative लोगों में होता है वो. It's so good to see him back now with Arya and everything like that. So I'm sure he's doing more stuff also. So
what's your wish? What's your wish going forward for your career? Your Honor seems to be doing extremely well. Rangbaz Phir Se did very well, and of course your movies continue to do well. What's your hope for your career going forward now? For the next 25 years.
Oh, 25. Wow. 25 मैम वर्स्ट केस सिनेरियो में जैसा चल रहा है ऐसा ही चलता रहे तब भी कोई बुराई नहीं है. I think the way it's going, I think the more important thing is to keep doing interesting characters and things that you haven't done before and stuff like that. Best में तो जो होगा वो अच्छा ही होगा उसमें.
Great.
So,
Jimmy, thank you so much for talking to us.
Pleasure, ma'am.
And many more of such roles to you. And we hope to see you back on streaming and on the big screen. I don't know when that will be. What's your estimation, Jimmy? When do you think people will get back to work?
I think should happen soon. I mean, people will have to start going out and working because you can't be sitting at home throughout. I mean, we all need to go out and work. I mean, I guess another couple of months, I think things should start easing out. And then properly, if you're talking about the way the theaters used to be packed and everything, I mean, I guess for that, we'll have to wait for a few months because we will need the vaccine for for, for that to happen, because right now the social distancing will be the norm for some time to come, till the time we find a vaccine. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Jimmy. All the best.
Pleasure's all mine, ma'am. Thank you
you.
so much. Thank you. Pleasure.
Sachin, over to you.
Yeah, so thank you so much, Jimmy, for such an engaging session today. And a special thank you to Kaveri ma'am for keeping it so holistic and real. Tiffin Talks wishes Jimmy Shergill all the best, and may he keep churning out such powerful roles. We'll keep bringing to you amazing conversations in future. Stay tuned on Tiffin Talks and follow us on our social media handles by the name of Tiffin Talks. Thank you again, and best wishes, Jimmy and Kaveri ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Take care.